Store number 2 already. Actually, no, we're not. In case anybody's watching this, remind me. I need to go to store. I need to go back to the warehouse. I need to go pick up some shoes that were forgotten, and then I can go to the warehouse or store 2. Sorry. Today's Friday, the 11th. Um, it just now started to drizzle. Hopefully, that's not going to be a thing for the day. Um, so yeah, it's Friday. Gonna do some gaming later for sure. If you guys are interested, I'll be on my other channel. We left super fucking late today. I'm probably like 2 hours behind how I normally would be. I would normally be leaving the second store and on my way to the warehouse, but now I have to go to the warehouse, pick up, drop off, and then come head back. So who knows when I'll be done. But you know what the bright side is? My work day is gonna go flying by. As we speak now, it's about to be 1:50 already. So if anybody's interested, I'm eating this Neutral Valley honey and oats granola bar. Delicious. I've been hungry all day. Today is company lunch. We get like a company lunch once a month, and today we got Chinese food from my buddy's spot, like a mom and pop shop, not like Panda or nothing like that. So I'm very much looking forward to how it's gonna come out. And if I don't get to it for work lunch, then that's just dinner. It worked out perfect because my mom works today, and I have no lettuce to make a salad. So look at that. You guys might be thinking, he's like 35 years old. Still lives with his mother? Yes and no. She lives with me. I'm the homeowner. Has some family stuff that we're not going to get into, but long story short, my dad is currently in Guatemala, and my mom is living with me in Georgia. So that's all that needs to be said on that, at least for the moment. Why is it so hot? So I was thinking about getting back to these questions that I had, just because, like, at the moment, I really got nothing else to talk about. My new SBs that I'm wearing for the day, I fuck with them heavy. My other shoe got a little bit dirty, so I need to clean it when I get home. Got a little suede eraser work just to clean it up. I think so. I cleaned them in the morning, and then I had them on a fan so they could dry off. But it was like right next to where my dog was eating, and I think he might have like drooled a little bit on the shoe somehow, somewhere. It wasn't even in his vicinity, like to go over it. But it's the only thing I could think of that would have caused that, because everything else was perfectly fine. But like, it's not a big deal. This rain though, this shit better be a cloudburst. That's it. Because I do not want to be dealing with this fucking rain right now. I love the rain. I just don't like it when I'm driving in it. Because I'd rather be home. If I had a significant other, I would love to be snuggled up with them. But we don't have that option. One of being with a significant other, and obviously without one, you can't have the snuggle up part. So, but it's weird because, like, as I'm driving, it's completely daylight. Like, I can see a little bit of cloudiness, but I see the blue skies. But we just got like a little cloud burst. And I'm usually running away from the storm cloud, so I'm probably going to be leaving it behind. It's going to be chasing me on the way back to wherever the fuck I'm going. So, all right, we're going to get to these questions as soon as I finish eating. I'm not trying to multitask too much while I'm driving. There should be a Formula One race going on today. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're in Bahrain. So looking forward to that today. That might be something I do when I get home if nobody's on or nothing. I think they're in Bahrain. I didn't say that already. Today should be practice. Tomorrow qualifying. And then we have the race on Sunday. Sorry, I'm eating while I'm doing this, but this is one of the few times that I actually grub in the day. I had one of these in a minute too. This shit is smacking. So, 4 people on here. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody's Friday going? It's gonna be tight when people eventually comment. Drop something on the chat. Ask me a question. I got like 30, 40 minutes of driving. The whole point is for y'all to get to know me, get to know the brand. As you know, as I am the representative of said brand, I'm the one whose brains you got to pick. So, don't let me be that asshole. Just because I'm not trying to block you. Sorry, got an ambulance coming behind me. I got to move out the way. All right, what is it? And I was about to block somebody. I hate being that asshole that just blocks cross traffic. Just because I didn't anticipate the flow and the break. So now I'm not in anybody's way. All right, let's get to these questions. I think the last thing we talked about yesterday was what was the last one yesterday? Sneaker related? Sneakers or cars? I think it was sneakers. So I started going through the questions too a little bit, cleaning them up. So it's not completely like, I don't know, it's just disorienting for me to kind of keep track of everything the way it was laid out. So we'll see how this goes. Questions. We'll start back at the top and then just work our way through, and we'll skip through some genres, I guess. Started with anime questions. All right, let's see what we got. Do you prefer subbed or dubbed? Subbed all day. I like learning Japanese anyway, so it just gives me more like an ear for it. And honestly, I feel like English, the English voice actors, like a lot of the times, I feel like they don't have a lot of like feeling behind their shit. Like I don't know, it just feels empty. Like there's something lacking behind their voice acting. Not everybody. Now I grew up like Dragon Ball Z is acceptable for me. Full Metal Alchemist is acceptable for me. Pokemon is acceptable for me. And I think that's it. If I had to think about any other anime, like I want to hear that shit in Japanese. And now Portuguese, because I'm learning Portuguese. So I've started watching anime in Portuguese as well. But yeah, I don't knock anybody that likes dubbed. Honestly, one of the best arguments I heard for it was that like I'm doing stuff, like I have it as like background noise, and I still want to know what's going on. So like I might be doing, like, let's say if they were cooking, like I want to be able to be cooking and then still know what's going on without me having to read. I don't know Japanese. In that regard, I completely understand that. So, but if you're asking me, like sometimes what I do is just to see how much Japanese I actually do know, or how much it's actually staying. Like, what do I actually know? Like, I've seen sub like years straight, like probably a decade straight, and never really tested my Japanese to see how much of this have I actually acquired. I used to take Rosetta Stone courses at home, so I do know some basic Japanese because of that. Like that was a good foundation, and it kind of just like egged me on to know the rest of it. So that actually played out pretty conveniently for me. Like it gave me a good, it really helped me with understanding their sentence structure. And once I got that, it was just learning vocabulary words, and then I was straight. Like for Portuguese, the reason that that's easy for me is because I know Spanish, and a lot of that shit is I just think of it like a different version of Spanish. Like however I want to formulate the sentence in Spanish is exactly how to do it in Portuguese. There's just words that got to get changed. So I just think of it like another version of Spanish, and then like my brain makes it less difficult to do what needs to get done. I hope that makes sense. All right, that one is asked. This one I'm not going to answer because I'm still learning all these other like subgenres to anime that now exist that did not exist when I was there. Which anime soundtrack do you find the most memorable? Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo, easily out of all the animes I've ever seen, had the best shit. I had Nudaba's discography on my thing the entire time. Damian Rojas. I wish I could understand what that is saying. Um, but yeah, and Samurai Champloo. If you haven't seen it, watch it. And the soundtrack, the score, whatever you want to call it, for the anime, is so fucking on point. Um, but yeah, that's my answer. Not even difficult. Let's see. Let's go to a random one. Have you ever cosplayed as an anime character? No, and it's funny that that gets brought up because I'm in Atlanta right now. It's 4/11, like April 11th. In May, they're supposed to have a MomoCon, which is supposed to be like an anime kind of convention thing that they have out here. Um, I want to go. If anybody's out there, if anybody's watching this from Atlanta, no inglés, árabe. I don't know Arabic. I know English, Japanese, and Portuguese. I can read Japanese. I don't understand what I'm reading, but I know what all the letters signify. Like I was training my brain to read the letters so I could read manga. Even though I'm not understanding what the manga is saying, not entirely, because there are some words that I do comprehend and read, and it's like, oh, this is how it's spelled. But like for example, I have Naruto manga, and there's specific issue. But there are specific issues I have because there's certain parts of the anime, like there's certain episodes that I just have downloaded and kept on my phone because they're like my favorite. Like when Minato, like the day of Naruto's birth, when Minato, like essentially Minato when he dies. But that whole fight with Obito when he's wearing the mask the first time you see him saving Kushina, the whole throwdown with him, like all that. Like I had that. I had Sharingan versus Itachi, or sorry, Sasuke versus Itachi. I feel like I have quite a bit, but they're all specifically episodes that I like, ones that I've rewatched. So I know that when I read it, I'm gonna run into certain words that I do remember. Like it's just they're just gonna be associated. So, um, but yeah, if you want to learn Japanese, that's something I would tell you to try too. One, try listening to the anime and don't read the subtitles. Even if it's an anime you want, like I've seen the episodes of Naruto I have downloaded, I've seen numerous times. To the point where I pretty much know the story that's going along, like even the dialogue to an extent. So I'll listen to the anime while I'm doing something else, and I can know what's happening. And I've had my cousins that I talk on video chat or whatever kind of check me on it. Like they'll be like, "Well, you don't know this shit," and then I'll be like, "Yeah, like they're talking about this." I can give them the general theme, and sometimes I can tell them verbatim what's being said. They're like, "Oh shit, you actually do know some shit." Like, yes, fool, I'm not just sitting here. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. That's my last one on anime. What is the next one? JDM card questions. All right, let's see. What are thoughts on the tuning and modification culture surrounding JDM cars? Now, I haven't been in the car scene heavy since maybe college. I used to live out in California. I went to UTI, Universal Technical Institute, Automotive Technology Trade School. Went there, graduated, passed, did the whole nine. It was cool. Um, More so to a hobby. I couldn't do it as a job. I tried, but it just wasn't for me. Why Unidos, bye, bro. What's going on? Um, yeah, so like back in my day, like I remember like tuner culture, like early 2000s. to mid 2000s. Because I mean, I used to have magazines all the way up to high school. Me and my buddy Nardo used to get. I used to think I subscribed to Modified Mag, and I think he would just buy a random one off 7-Eleven. We'd read the articles, and then at some point during lunch, we would be swapping magazines and shit. That shit was fun, man. I don't know why. That shit just brought back a good feeling in my mind. Like, we used to just fucking trade magazines and shit like that. I still have a box of all my magazines, all my Modified Mags and Import Tuners. I still got a box of the bitches. So, I gotta get off on that other exit. Okay. So yeah, so in terms of tuner culture now, I don't know what it is because like in terms of technology, cars coming out the factory, like a lot of shit is already on point. There's not much modification you can do to it. Now with like computer being integrated to technology, and I mean computer technology being integrated into cars and stuff like that, I feel like it's just a little bit more difficult. Hello chat, yo, Lil Woo, what's going on? You going to SP1 or SP2? I'm on my way to SP1 right now. Who is this? Lil Woo? Is this the only person I can think of? Just because I used to call you Lil One. That's the only person I can think of. But I'm on my way to SP1 right now to answer your question. It's Khalil. Oh, Khalil! What's good, my guy? Yo, I finally got a whip. I got me a little Hyundai Elantra 08 stick shift. I needed something. I don't know if I told you, but my parents, some shit happened with them. So my mom is staying with me right now. So she started working at Burlington again, and she needed my whip. So I needed to find another car so I could give her that one. But yeah, I got me a little stick shift car. Finally, man, I've been driving automatic this whole time. It's been driving me crazy. But man, what's up? It's good to hear from you, bro. I hope you're well. I hope everything's going good. I hope you're still doing good on your other job. And all that shit. I know you're doing little side hustles and shit like that. I hope it's all going well. Tuner culture. Yeah, I don't know what it pertains to now. I feel like most of what it would be like aesthetics nowadays. Like I seen a video of fucking what's his name, Steve Aoki, the dubstep dude. He had. Well, it was a video of him at a BMW dealership, and they were showing like the BMW's color changing, like live, which was pretty sick. So, yeah, I don't. Even when I go to car shows, it's always like the cars from my generation getting tuned up. It's not something different. So I don't. Like I said, I honestly don't know what tuner culture is now in 2025. Maybe some wheels. I don't know. Let's see. What do you think makes JDM cars so iconic? Fast and Furious, if I'm being honest. That and Gran Turismo. Like if you were a racing like enthusiast, you probably had Gran Turismo. And most of the cars, I mean, Gran Turismo being a Japanese-based game, like most of the cars, I mean, they had all makes and models, but I feel like most of the people I played with and that I was into, like I said, my first dream car when I got into cars were Skylines. That's what got